questions.
Looking at watching the tape, did you see anything technically off with Caleb?
No, just missed a couple throws. Just had one of those nights. It just wasn't at his best throwing wise. Saw things pretty well. Had a couple of missed decisions, but just missed a few throws. That's going to happen. I mean, even the best of throwers, and he's as gifted as they come there. You're going to have days like that. It's like a pitcher in baseball. Some nights you don't have your best stuff. I mean, it happens. I don't think there was a couple of things fundamentally, but there is every game, even the games when we complete 90% of our passes, there's always a few things fundamentally you go back and correct. But I just think get settled back in, kind of like he did at the end of the game. He just kind of did a good job resetting and made some big boy throws, and we had to. When that last throw was, there ain't 5 dudes in the country that make that throw, especially in that moment. So he'll be fine.
So is there anything you emphasize this week? Or you just feel like a total outlier in this regard?
We don't like bypass as an outlier. I mean, I think the deal with like throwing, everybody thinks about, well, throwing is like the quarterback's like just a quarterback and a physical thing. Like if any of these things are out of sync, it can look a little bit off, right? Protection is out of sync, a route's a little bit out of sync, footwork, bad preparation, bad coaching, like anything can make it look a little bit off. And we had instances of all of those. And when you do that, the offense is just going to be a tick off. And when you're a tick off against a good defense, it can look like it did the other night. So I think just refocusing us on operating the way we need to, coaching better, playing better. I know it sounds kind of boring, but it's the truth. Like, I mean, we need to coach better. We need to prep our guys better. We need to play better and play more precise. And I think we will this Saturday.
What have you guys seen from Devontae Jackson in recent weeks that give you the confidence to play him?
He's getting better. He's finally getting healthy. And he did a good job, responded. We gave him a little bit of a role the other night, or he earned a role and did a good job with it. So as he gets healthy and gets back on the field more, hopefully he can keep, playing well and improving and build opportunities for himself, because he is talented, and it was good to see that, it's his first game. You get in there in that type of atmosphere, and he made a couple really important plays for us. I have a couple big tackles, and they tried to sneak the tight end out on a play, and he had really disciplined eyes, which was good for a young guy in his first college football game to see and recognize. So, I was excited about how he started, but just the beginning.
After watching it on film, any additional thoughts about the Neilon Nudge?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, one of my favorite plays that I've ever had anywhere. I mean, that right there is everything that we've been preaching. That gives you a chance even when you're not at your best. We weren't at our best offensively, but the elite effort and fight gave us a shot there. And on one hand, I expect it, but two, I mean, for that to show up in such a critical moment was really cool, and I'm glad our guys were hustling and there to make the play.
How stabilizing, of course, was Travis in an environment like that?
He was. Yeah, he was. There's no question. He's been in a lot of those. He ran the ball well. He's a very consistent competitor. You just kind of know what you're going to get out of him every single day. And, he was. I mean, I think he kind of settled our whole offense down, to be honest.
Where have you seen Eric Gentry maybe take the most strides since you've had him here?
More routine plays. He was making the splash plays. When you looked at his film last year, he was making the splash plays like early on in camp. You could see his ability and then just how his length affects the game, physicality he plays with. But now he's doing it with less mistakes, and he's still making some of the splash plays, but he's making more just routine, solid, really good linebacker plays. And when you put yourself in good position, you got a chance to make some more of the big ones, affecting the interception, affecting some of the balls that end up getting intercepted. I mean, you just notice him out there. I mean, you just do. You notice him. He's kind of around the ball. He's very active, and I think what we're doing with him schematically really fits his skill set.
You've mentioned Eric as kind of one of the transfers who's come in and kind of helped with the culture shift off the field. How has he kind of done that?
I think just buy-in, right? He didn't come in like a lot of these guys talking about where he was before, his experiences. Like, he came in and wanted to get to know our team, wanted to get to know USC, the history, the culture around here, like wanted to be a part of the change. So it was just like almost buy-in more faster than you would expect, and just I want to be one of the guys, and I want to be one of you all, and not just with his words but with his actions. And then you do that, and then you get on the field and you make plays, you're going to earn the respect of your team pretty quick, and he's done that.
You mentioned that coaching needs to improve on the aspect of getting prepared for a noisy environment. What are some of the steps that go into preparing for that in future road games?
Oh, I definitely get the question. I know I made the comment. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. I would just say overall the coaching needs to be better, period. I mean, again, it's a fine line. When things are working good, there's a lot of people doing a lot of good things, and it can just take, an offensive ball, it can just take one little thing being a little bit off, that it's the impact that it can have, especially on the road, and especially in a good team, against a good team. It just magnifies mistakes, right? Whether coaching, whether preparation, whether playing, like everything's magnified in those moments. You just feel it. And so, the bottom line is for the offense, the offense has got to get coached better, and the offense has got to play better, regardless where we're playing. But certainly when we do play on the road, as time goes on, knowing that those mistakes are going to be magnified, we got to be even better there.
You and Caleb have both talked about how important the trust has been between you guys in this offense. How do you get to that point, maybe, and what is the feedback process like between you guys after a game, whether it's a win or a loss, or any kind of performance?
I mean, to get there is experience, right? I mean, it's just you've been in some of these moments together. We've been in several, home and away, a lot of different circumstances. So I think that's just kind of built up through time. Communication after a game, a lot of times it's, calmer, more relaxed. I mean, we get a chance to really take a look back at the whole thing. We talk about everything. We talk about the plan. We talk about how we prepared. We talk about what we called during the game, how he played. We talk about how we communicated during the game and where it could be better. So we've done it enough together now. We still need the communication. I mean, we have to, but we kind of know what we need to talk about when we come back in. And I think the big thing for us is we always leave the meeting 1,000% on the same page. And I think we've so far done a good job of that.
We saw Bobby get all the snaps at left tackle.
Yep.
Is that a matter of Cortland's health, or is that something you foresee going forward? He'll be that guy.
Yeah, Cortland was available. He was, kind of right on the edge. We felt like in a perfect world, by the time we made the game time decision, we thought in a perfect world that Bobby could go the whole way in this one. We think he's ready to do it, and then we think Cortland's right on the edge of really getting back to being himself. And so it was hey, if we could, Bobby could take all these, Cortland gets another week to be back. We felt like Cortland would be closer to 100% this week, and I think that's the case. Bobby came out of it really healthy, did some really good things, and then Cort's back 100% now. So mission accomplished.
Thank you, Coach Riley.
All right, thanks guys. Yep, thank you all.